there's many ways nowadays of trying to overcome the competitive problems of zones, either by differentiation or through building zones in partnerships. There are many examples now of cross-border zones between two or more countries. Beyond the competitive pressures that I mentioned already, we still see a few challenges for the future, and I'll just name three. One is, of course, technology, the digital economy and Industry 4.0 that will lead to a whole different way of international production and will lead to the need for free zones to find new ways of attracting investment and new competitive advantages to attract investment. Another important one, of course, are the current problems in the global trade and investment policy environment. And more countries are putting in place barriers to trade, which do not help when special economic zones, free zones, are so dependent on an open global trading environment. And the last one, and I'll conclude with that, is of course the Sustainable Development Challenge.
The roadmap forward, we have identified a number of steps that one can take at a national level, but also at a free zone level, to actually explore how the fourth industrial revolution will impact some of the target sectors and industries. The first step is actually, I'll briefly go through this, but it's a quite rigorous approach, and you're happy to contact me if you want to learn more about this approach, is how is the local value proposition actually changing due to the impact of industries that you are currently focusing on and that are being changed by the fourth industrial revolution. Which target sectors and industries should then be promoted? What is the impact and how to attract them to your location? And the third step is to identify how the fourth industrial revolution will disrupt your location target sectors and industries, which growth. The other impact is that Industry 4.0 makes the benefit of inexpensive labor in developing or emerging countries less relevant because of automation. But it increases demand for higher skilled labor. I think this is a tendency that FDI may increase in locations where there is a higher agglomeration of technological capability. So in order to differentiate yourself, you need to focus on different things, or at least tailor incentives towards the industries or sectors that you would like to attract. So that's one thing. Obviously, you need to tailor your incentives much more to the types of industries that you are attracting. If it's innovation-driven industries, then obviously incentives focused on R&D and deducting R&D costs or tax credits or training costs are much more effective. Secondly, fostering inter-industry linkages. Linkages between local companies, between other companies, foreign companies that are operating in your free zone or in your country. And free zones have a unique advantage in providing specific conditions and have a controlled area where they can experiment what type of programs and pilot programs will work in terms of training, in terms of supply chain management, in terms of workshops, in terms of collaboration between different companies. Talent attraction. This is a big thing, and there's currently actually quite a number of free zones that are supporting companies to attract talent that need to work in their facilities on the free zones.